Good evening. Welcome to a special edition of Mek Wi Talk on the Mek Wi Talk YouTube channel. I'm Jeffrey Tavares. This evening we're going to speak about what is going on in the transport sector. I'm going to have with me the chairman of the One Voice Taxi Group, communication director, I should say, Mr. Lorraine Finnegan, or Oscar Finnegan. Waiting on him to come on, we're going to have Mr. Steve Hessin. My good friend Steve Hessin will be on with me today. We're going to speak about what is going on in the transport sector. Is it that the transport sector face a problem that it has no return of returning, where people decide to send voice notes to parliamentarians against other members of the transport sector? So this evening we're going to speak about what is going on within the transport sector. I'm going to have some distinguished gentlemen come on. Waiting on the chairman of the One Voice Taxi Group to come on. He may come on phone or during our live stream here. We're faced with a problem. The transport sector is divided in such a way that sometimes I wonder if they will ever come together. The transport sector is divided just like the Parliament of Jamaica. Bus and taxi drivers are on strike. You know, everybody is saying that they shouldn't go on strike, but who feels it knows it? Who feels what is going on? They have to go on strike. You can't have a government who decide, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't have laws and rules and regulation. Yes, they can. And we must have rules and regulation, yes. We must definitely have rules and regulation in this country. But the government must be careful of how they put down some draconian laws on the public transport sector. And that is why the bus and taxi operators decided to go on strike. And because they go on strike, you're hearing all sort of nonsense in the sector. You hear this and you hear that because TADS don't want to go on strike. JATU don't want to go on strike. And when one group decides to go on strike, it becomes a problem because people saying that they're taking over their job. But let me say something to everybody this evening. We have to have some order in the transport sector. The division in this sector between bus drivers and taxi drivers, between presidents and other presidents for life, within the transport sector, it can't continue. It cannot continue like this. And this evening, we're going to speak about it. We're going to dig deep in it to figure out if people, and by the way, come tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock on this same channel here and also on Roots 96.1 FM, I will be speaking about the new Road Traffic Act. This evening I have with me my good friend Steve Hessin. Mr. Hessin, unmute your mic and welcome to Mek Wi Talk, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Jeff.
Good evening to you, sir. Welcome to Mek Wi Talk. What's going on within the transport sector?
Yeah,
So I heard that you all went on strike.
yes, and from over 30 years now, at first me see this corruption going into the transportation sector,
Mm-hmm.
where president want kill president and group affiliates group and all of these things. Because one voice come out and stand up. And because if people them listen to one voice,
Mm-hmm.
the others group like Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry trying to fight against one voice. And that is not good. One voice having a strike and Tom and Jerry say them not into it. Them
They're
not
not into
into
it.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm
So
saying that if, if we're fighting for one cause, everybody's supposed to put hands on they can fight for it.
exactly.
But in a PPV sector, what mashing up a PPV sector is politics. Politics are
Mm.
biggest and then bad man.
Mm-hmm.
Politics and bad man. Some people say others group a launch out better than them get bad man towards it.
Mm-hmm.
Some people believe at them supposed to and at them supposed to. You understand? So politics and bad man are two worst thing plaguing the sector.
So tell me something now, Mr. Hessen. Based on what is going on within the transport sector, where it seems as if presidents decide to put a hit out on other presidents, then if that is going
Yeah.
on, you think the government gonna take the transport sector serious, Mr. Hessen?
But the government don't take the transportation sector serious because number one, when you come on to a route taxi, all
Mm-hmm.
the president them at the route taxi cannot go up on strike because them have to obey to the transport authority.
Mm.
If a president for the route taxi go on strike, the transport authority call them to books. And
Mm.
then them can take away them association and mash up them association. So
Mm.
a president who is association president, the one thing them can do sit and look. Them don't have no backbone. It's
Then
just maybe two or three presidents around town can try
yeah.
to say them can go up and strike. But my dear sir, it is very foggy.
Are you aware of a voice note going around, Mr. Hessen, about to Delroy truck?
Yep. And
What did go ahead, go ahead.
I send a voice note back to that gentleman that for a big man I don't respect him. Because all you have to tell the right truck or Minister of Transport what to do with the person. Should the person go on strike? You cannot do that. Yeah, man.
Then
And I said on the group what that Jenko, I said on Todd's group that I expect better from Mr. Newman and Mr. Radcliffe Lewis to put that man in him shell. But what I understand is that man a sponsor Todd, so nobody can say nothing to him.
oh, you mean Mr. Newman can't say nothing to him? So until now, Mr. Newman hasn't condemned the voice note, Mr. Hessen,
No,
nor
the
Mr.
last time
Styles
in
from
check.
Chateau.
You mad? The last time in check. None of them condemn that gentleman.
So that means he can go around and threaten people because that's a threat to Mr. Oscar
And
Finnegan, you know.
each time when that man talking, yeah, each time when that man talking, him tell you that him is a member of the Jamaica Labour Party.
Oh, oh. So because he's a member of the Jamaica Labour Party, he can go around and threaten people and don't knock them out of it.
Yeah, man.
I never seen something like this in all my life. So, Mr. Hessen, do you think the transport sector will ever come together? Because obviously it is run by a bunch of comrades and labor rights.
You see, the transport sector, a lot of people don't take it serious. A lot of people don't believe that it's a business. A lot of people go in there for cover up and it's just a hustle, mentally hustler. Somebody play one song said barefoot hustler or flatfoot hustler. But most people go in there for hustling or cover up. Yeah man, I and cover up thing. Most people go in there for it.
My God. Continue, man. Continue to speak because the way how this thing is going. But Mr. Hessen, have you ever heard about anybody threatening anybody in the transport sector before?
No,
So do you know why this is going on, sir?
because one vice spring up and cover the whole carpet here. And maybe most Jamaican hear about one vice. And because one vice take a wave length and gone way ahead of Tom and Jerry. So Tom and Jerry upset about it. So Tom and Jerry do anything to mash up one vice.
And who is Tom and Jerry, Mr. Hessen?
Todd and Jatu.
It is a shame to hear how Jatu going on, because I thought Jatu, I mean, Mr. Louis Barton is an honorable man. So I'm trying to figure what is going on within the Jatu thing.
Let me tell you, I was a member of Jatu, was a member of Todd's. I'm still
Yeah.
on Todd's platform. And all these almost 30 years I'm in the transportation sector. It's the first me see come to this crisis. All these years is first me see all of these crises. And I don't know. I was a Mr. Newman sleeping. Because one time Mr. Newman had to come out and lick out and everything. Now
Well,
it seems like Mr. Newman sleeping.
because I am shocked that Mr. Newman hasn't publicly condemned this voice note that was sent to Delroy Truck telling the minister to literally get rid of Oscar Finnegan or lock up Oscar Finnegan of the One Voice Taxi Group.
Or shoot him or kill him.
But let me make something clear this evening. Let me make something clear this evening. If anything should happen to Oscar Finnegan, I want that idiot, no disrespect, that gentleman there, who sent the voice note to Mr. Delroy Truck, because him a labor right, he have Delroy Truck number upon speed dial. And I am going to play this voice note tonight here. If anything should happen to Oscar Finnegan, they're coming for him, And not because you're a member of the
Must.
Labour Party. I will make sure the full force of the law come down on you. So if you're going to go around and send threats to a gentleman who is trying his endeavor best to revamp the transport sector, because Mr. Edgerton Newman believe when it upon him platform, you can't speak against the government nor him. Him kick you off. That is why Edgerton Newman don't have anybody on his platform now are in TADS. Because of his dirty behavior.
I hear Mr. Newman say last year is one person registered with TADS, one person. And through the one person voice him opinion over there, him kick off a person.
Voice his opinion where Mr. Hissin?
Over Banja too, over upon TADS, me mean. The gentleman voice him opinion over TADS, and them kick him off from over there.
Oh.
And that was the one person who registered in TADS for the whole year.
Then
you don't want
go ahead.
you don't want worse than that.
God Almighty. I'm gonna play this voice note. And I want people who are listening, because we're live on Jam Vibes internet radio station. And I'm live on all my social media network. And I want you all to listen to a voice note that was sent to Mr. Delroy Chuck from one of Mr. Edgerton Newman, hierarchy member of his team of the Vumvavan, the Vumvaveen, to Mr. Oscar Finnekin of the One Voice Taxi Group. The man sent a voice note to Delroy Chuck. Mr. Finnekin, Mr. Mute your mic for a minute, sir.
If we overcome the gangs, we will restore order and peace.
You have noise in the background that's affecting me now. You remember you're live, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna play this voice note. Let me find this voice note here. Because I never know the taxi and bus in the corporate area is a whole heap of them. So me never know say Oscar Finnekin they take away Edgerton Newman job. Mr. Newman, I have high regards for you. And it's a shame and disgrace that you, Edgerton Newman, hasn't condemned this voice note. I never know says politics run the transportation sector in this country. The time has come for us in this country to stop the Spain P and JLP crap, you know. It makes absolutely no sense that I find this voice note here, because I am trying to figure out how is it that Mr. Edgerton Newman allowed this man, he and former SSP Radcliffe Lewis, allow this man to still sit in a transport group where the man is literally threatening somebody. And Mr. Newman of the Transport Authority Development Sustainable Services hasn't even condemned this voice note. Jamaica, listen to this.
Good evening, Minister Chuck. Sorry to send you this message so late. Probably you heard or you seen this video before. I want to let you know we condemn this type of behavior from Mr. Finnegan and the One Voice group. I want you to know we have nothing, we are not part of any demonstration and withdraw of service tomorrow. The steering committee, Jatu and Tots, have nothing to do with this strike. We are telling our members to go to work tomorrow and business as usual. This Mr. Finnegan seemed to be a PMP operative, and he's doing stuff not in
Hold on for me. I don't think you all are hearing this thing, you know.
the sector, but for his own personal gain. Okay? So, sorry to send you this message.
Hold on for me. I think I'm trying to get this thing up and going here. Hold on for me, please. Hopefully I get it working now. Yes.
Probably you heard or you seen this video before. I want to let you know we condemn this type of behavior from Mr. Finnegan and the One Voice group. I want you to know we have nothing, we are not part of any demonstration and withdraw of service tomorrow. The steering committee, Jatu and Tots, have nothing to do with this strike. We are telling our members to go to work tomorrow.
I think I'm having some technical difficulties with this, but
Good evening, Minister Chuck. Sorry to send you this message so late. Probably you heard or you seen this video before. I want to let you know we condemn this type of behavior from Mr. Finnegan and the One Voice group. I want you to know we have nothing, we are not part of any demonstration and withdraw of service tomorrow. The steering committee, Jatu and Tots, have nothing to do with this strike. We are telling our members to go to work tomorrow and business as usual. This Mr. Finnegan seemed to be a PMP operative, and he's doing stuff not in the best interests of the sector, but for his own personal gain. Okay? So, sorry to send you this message this late. Sorry to voice note you this late, Minister. My apology. But I just want you to know we have nothing to do with this. We're not calling a strike. We're not a part of that sector. And I would hope that the government will do something about this gentleman quick and fast. Because if he keep poking the bear, one day the bear will definitely retaliate. This man is not there for the PPP sector. He don't speak for the sector. That's why we got rid of him, because he's not a leader. And his behavior is unbecoming a leader of this sector. And we have nothing, and we disassociate ourselves from him. So, please, keep that in mind.
Steve Hessin,
Yes.
you heard his voice note again?
Yeah, and seems like him is a PRO for
the PRO. Mr. Hessen, you know, this voice note that this man sent to Delroy Truck saying that a member of the public transport sector is working on the behalf of the People's National Party. I don't understand these people. And Mr. Edgerton Newman now come out and do the honorable thing and condemn this voice note was sent to Delroy Truck. And if you keep on poking the bear, hello, you're threatening the man, Mr. Hessen.
Yes, Mr. Tavares.
Is not a threat, sir?
Yes, and I wonder if that man is a PRO for Tom.
For who?
For Tods.
Maybe he's the public relation officer for Tads and Jatu. Because Mr. Styles, I have the utmost respect for you, sir. You need to condemn this voice note. Because I'm pretty much sure Louis Barton would have condemned this voice note. And I can't believe Edgerton Newman. How is it that you have a group and you're trying to organize something because of what the government is doing? And Mr. Newman couldn't come out and condemn what is going on? I'm trying to get Mr. Finnegan online, you know, because I want Mr. Finnegan to come and talk to us. What is really going on? Because if he organized a strike, let's see if we can get Mr. Finnegan online here. I don't understand this. You are organizing a demonstration because of the car seats that is going that they want to put in the taxis and so forth. And if you don't agree with somebody, you come out and say, I don't agree with it. But we are in negotiation with the government and so on and so forth. But you're going to team up with this man to send out a voice note threatening somebody else? And how the man taking away a job? And nobody says anything about this? Go ahead, sir.
Something like that. You're supposed to sue him and sue Tods.
Of course. They're threatening him. And anything happened to Oscar Finnegan, you know? I call on the Jamaica Constable Force to go and find Edgerton Newman and find the man when him Reed. And lock up Radcliffe Lewis too. How on earth can you people be having an organization so divided? The power on the greed and on the hunger for money till the fool. I want to play something again that was sent. Well, actually, Mr. Finnegan was the one who did it at a press conference today. You know, I want to play this because
I have never in my life, and I repeat, I have never in my life met with any member of the People's National Party, any minister of the People's National Party, any member of parliament of the People's National Party. We have never sat in a meeting. The closest I've come to any of them is when I went to parliament 2 weeks ago. I was privileged to shake the hand of Michael Phillips. Other than that, I have been stigmatized this morning. Sent a message to the Minister of Justice to do something about me because I am an operative of the People's National Party. I am an operative, but I am an operative of the public transportation sector, which I have decided to represent them because they are lacking leadership, lacking transparency, lacking accountability. And I stand in that gap on their behalf. And because of that, I have been set up as one of the worst persons in this country. And it is at that voice tone why this room is not filled today. At this time, Mr. Martin, as one of the worst persons in this country.
You know, Mr. 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 Hessin, Steve Hessin,
Yes, boss.
you heard what Mr. Finnegan said? He has never met with
Yeah,
any
man.
member of the People's National Party. All right? So how is it? Tads have secret meetings with members of parliament and ministers, you know. And I'm not taking up for anybody. I am neutral this evening. But it can't be that you people are going to threaten somebody. Huh? No, man. Let us play about this thing again. Because honestly, I don't understand what's going on. Hold on there. Make I play about this thing again. Because what is going on in the public transport sector? What is really going on in the public transport sector? And until now, you don't hear nothing from Jatu condemning such a barbaric behavior of a member of TADS.
In my life, I have never in my life, and I repeat, I have never in my life met with any member of the People's National Party, any minister of the People's National Party, any member of parliament of the People's National Party. We have never sat in a meeting. The closest I've come to any of them is when I went to parliament 2 weeks ago. I was privileged to shake the hand of Michael Phillips. Other than that, I have been stigmatized this morning. Sent a message to the Minister of Justice to do something about me because I am an operative of the People's National Party. I am an operative, but I am an operative of the public transportation sector, which I have decided to represent them because they are lacking leadership, lacking transparency, lacking accountability. And I stand in that gap on their behalf. And because of that, I have been set up as one of the worst persons in this country. And it is at that voice tone why this room is not filled today. At this time, Mr. Mark.
You know here? You all here? All because somebody decided to take it upon their hand to run a transparent transportation sector, to run a sector of the transportation, of the taxi drivers and bus drivers, men and women in the transport sector. And he decided to stand up for them. He's no lackey to any government ministers. He doesn't get paid from any government ministers. And this is what is going on. I'm still trying to get through to Mr. Lorraine Finnegan, Mr. Oscar Finnegan, to come on and speak to us. Mr. Finnegan, if you're hearing, Mr. Call the number, sir. Because we want to hear what is going on. Your life was threatened by Mr. Reed. Your life was threatened by Mr. Reed. of the Transport Operations Development Sustainable Services, and the president is Edgerton Newman. Your life was threatened. Oscar Finnegan called me. And Mr. Newman don't disassociate himself from the voice note. So Mr. Newman knew about the voice note. The hierarchy of TADS know about the voice and was sent to Delroy Chuck. And telling Delroy Chuck that it's full-time the government deal with Oscar Finnegan. In what way? Lock him up for what? In what way, Mr. Reed, should the government of Jamaica deal with Oscar Finnegan of the One Voice Taxi Group? Tell me, because I don't know. It is a constitutional right for any Jamaican to exercise their right to vote or not to vote, and also to demonstrate. So you please tell me, Mr. Reed, in what way should Delroy Chuck deal with Oscar Finnegan of the One Voice Taxi Group? Tell me. Neither you, neither Jatu, nor TADS condemn this behavior of Mr. Reed. They uphold with his behavior. And Mr. Reed gonna suggest to the minister on the voice note that is full-time government deal with him. Huh? Oh wait. How would I go on that John shop? So if you talk out against the Labour Party, you're a comrade. And if you talk out against the People's National Party, you're a Labourite. And if you name Tavares, you're a Labourite. Oh, our country gone. Going down a slippery slope. I've never seen such nonsense in my life. Steve Hessin, are you still there with us? Mr. Hessin?
Yes, Mr.
Yes.
Yes,
So tell
Sir
me now,
Tavares.
Mr. Hessin, what is gonna come out of all of this? Are the One Voice Taxi Group gonna still have the demonstration going on for tomorrow?
What I understand, yes, tomorrow until Wednesday.
Okay. I'm not getting through to Mr. Finnegan to come on and speak to me.
You just try?
But, pardon me?
Try him again.
You spoke to him earlier on?
No, somebody called me. And I asked the person to call him.
Okay. Let me see if I can get a hold of him now. Because we need to hear from Mr. Finnegan. He's on a call. I never know when you start speak out for your fellow Jamaicans. Some other Jamaicans think of a Labour right or comrade. And if you have a name named Tavares, they say you're Labour right. So stupidity.
Boy,
And who don't
not
want to
so
come on
good.
my channel and watch me? Oh, that's nothing to me. You're a Jamaican, Mr. Hessin. Take away that you're part of the
Yeah.
taxi group. If somebody send a message to the Minister of Justice, telling the Minister of Justice it's full time government deal with you, what would you think?
The first thing I will do, I will call my lawyer and send it to my lawyer. And then if anything, we take it necessary step from there.
Yes.
Because you can't take threat light nowadays. You have to deal with it very serious. So when a person like that do that, you have to make certain say you protect yourself.
But you know what happened, Mr. Finnegan? Mr. Hessin? It seems as if the voice note wasn't supposed to come out, you know. But the voice
Yeah,
was
it
end up
leaks
leaking.
somewhere.
Pardon me?
Yeah, it's a leaking voice note.
Yes, it leaked out. That is to show you that they have the ministers on speed dial. Ay, me madre. No, sir. Mm-mm. I
Sometimes,
want.
sometimes, sometimes some of these things happen for you to know what's taking place.
Yes. I want to play another voice note. And I'm not against anybody, you know. But I want you all to understand something. That if you're talking for poor people, man, put away politics now. Put away politics. Put away politics. Politics cannot help you. You're running a business.
No, no, no.
The bus and taxi operators are running a business. And for this man, who Mr. Newman have on the platform, because he's a part of the Vum Vavan, the Vum Vavin, and he can't get little money. Edgerton Newman has on the platform same way. And Mr. Newman, who know Oscar Finnegan, allow this man and don't condemn it publicly. This man threatening Mr. Finnegan and telling Minister Delroy Chuck to deal with him. In what way must he deal with him? Mr. Newman, Mr. Edgerton Newman, Mr. Edgerton Newman, the president of the Transport Operations Development Sustainable Services. I am ashamed of you. I
You
am
try to
ashamed
get
of you.
Newman?
Pardon me?
Try to get Newman from the program.
He will never come on my program.
Try.
Newman will come on my program. Mr. Oscar Finnegan, I want him to come on and tell me what is going on. Because you can't have an individual who decide to help the bus and taxi operators. And because he said that they're going to go on and stick out because of what is going on with the transport sector and the new Road Traffic Act. This man, Mr. Reed, gonna send out a voice note and telling Delroy Truck to deal with him, to deal with Oscar Finnegan. So Mr. Hessin, if God forbid Mr. Finnegan go missing tomorrow, what happened?
The government deal with this man.
I don't know. I don't understand what is really going on. Listen to this voice note that Egyptian Newman did. Listen to this.
Long time could afford it, we can't afford it now. But when we look at the wear and tear, when we look how the police can run it down, I got a car and I turned a taxi one time.
You need to turn up. It's too low. We cannot hear it.
Hold on there. Hold on, Mr.
People are saying, you new man can't afford a taxi, can't buy a taxi, and lie on that. Long time could afford it, we can't afford it now. But
Still
when
not hearing it.
and tear,
You're still not hearing?
how the police can run it down.
No.
I got a car. Can't afford a taxi, can't buy a taxi, and lie on that. People are saying, you new man can't afford a taxi, can't buy a taxi, and lie on that. Long time could afford it, we can't afford it now. But when we look at the wear and tear, when we look how the police can run it down, I got a car and I turned a taxi one time. 1 month, me give up the man, me say,
So tell me something now, Mr. Hessen. He's the president for the Taxis Association. And you hear what this man said, Mr. Hessen?
No for the president, them talk the same way. No for the president talk same way like what Mr. Newman say. Them don't want no idiot, but them is the president of Taxi Association. 2 weeks ago, there is a gentleman said to Mr. Newman, you not even have a driver's license. You understand?
Mr. Hessen, we can hardly hear you. Speak up a little louder. What you said a while ago?
2 weeks ago, there's a gentleman said to Mr. Newman that Mr. Newman not even have a driver's license. So Mr. Newman don't know nothing about driving vehicle, nothing at all.
My God in heaven. So how is it that they have a person who don't know about driving? President for life for a taxi association. You're on his WhatsApp platform. And if you look out against him or the government of the day, he take care of the platform. And now he has somebody sending voice note to Minister Delroy Chuck, telling the minister to deal with a member of the Jamaican public, to deal with a Jamaican citizen. I never know that Jeffrey shut him out. I never know that the government is in the business of dealing with citizens.
Yeah, man.
This is what is going on in this country.
Very serious things.
We're living some serious times in this country. Some very serious times. Some very serious times we're living in this country. And if we don't stand our grounds, dog nyam we suffer. The center cannot hold mayor and archie upon the land. I wonder if the same person who sent that voice note to Minister Delroy Chuck know anything about the new Road Traffic Act. It's because them have money. Them not feel the pinch of what some of the taxi drivers and bus drivers going feeling in this country, you know. The country is going down a slippery slope. And as what Mr. Hessin said, we can't take threat lightly. Because some of them hold with money. And before them pay the money, they threaten you. If you kill you for the money, we lend them. That's what is going on in Jamaica. The land of our birth. The land of wood and water. Taxi drivers are on strike. And because some taxi groups are aligned to the government of Jamaica, because some taxi group have ministers' numbers and speed dial, and they can send voice note to minister way early in the morning or in the night or late in the night. They not tell minister to deal with a member of the Jamaican public. As just shown, you know. I hope the bus and taxi operators realize who is standing with them. From who not stand with them. Yes, you have some bus drivers drive like them a maniac. But you have some law-abiding bus and taxi operators. And if somebody decides to take up them in hand to try and change the way how they operate, presidents for life did it from Wappy kill Philip, and Philip dead long time. Now do not help them, only milking them. How can this country change if all we believe in is the political parties? If we don't believe in this country, if we don't have this country just at heart, how can this country change? My fellow Jamaicans, how can this country change? If we do not have this country interested at heart, how on earth can the country change? If all we think about is the Labour Party and the People's National Party, and because you have ministers' numbers per speed dial, you know send minister voice note, and they tell minister to deal with somebody, a full-time government, listen to me. We are not living in a totalitarian country. Mr. Reid of Jot of Tads. We are not living in a totalitarian country. The last time I checked, Jamaica is a democracy. And we have the right to demonstrate or not to demonstrate peacefully. So the bus and taxi driver want to demonstrate peacefully and pull off the surface of the road. They have the fundamental right under the Constitution to do it. You bloody nincompoop. Want to sup up to government too much. That is why Jamaica not turning around. Want to hug up to government too much. Our nation's in crisis. Teachers not getting any pay on time. The police they not get no pay. Taxi drivers not get a fare increase for how many years now? Before you sit down and try to talk about that, you not send voice note to minister for minister deal with Oscar Finnegan. In what way must minister deal with Oscar Finnegan? Mr. Newman, Edgerton Newman, In what way should the minister deal with Oscar Finnegan? We must stop this nonsense, man. Are you a black brother? Is your black brother? Don't think about minister must deal with him. Huh? Deal with him in what way? What must the minister do to him? Send the police to lock him up for what? Because he and the bus and taxi operators decide to pull off the road? And because is in the consolidated fund of the Jamaica Labour Party. Because you and Mr. Reid and all the other presidents around the country, in the back pocket of politicians. There's a new day dawning in this country, you know. There's a new day dawning in this country. And a change is coming in this country. And if we don't look out and stand up for our fundamental rights in this country, you know, God help us. The last time I checked, Jamaica is a democracy. We're not Vladimir Putin country, Russia, or Xi Jinping country, China. The last time I checked, we're Jamaicans, and we're living in a modern democracy. But of course, we can't put away politics and think about this piece of rock. The country is corrupt from top to bottom. Corruption rocking this nation. Corruption rocking this country left, right, and center. But we don't think about Jamaica. All we think about is our party. We don't think about this beautiful island of ours. Where everybody around the world think about Jamaica. I want to come to Jamaica. What Jamaicans does is think about their political allegiance, the political party, the Labour Party and the PNP. For 78 years I've been running this country. From 1940 something I've been running this country. What have they done for this country? More than divide us. And you have somebody in a taxi group telling a minister in a voice note to deal with a member of the public. Deal with him, a Jamaican citizen. I want to know, deal with him in what way? Deal with him in what way? Mr. Hessin? Mr. Hessin? Deal with him in what way? All we do in this country is put politics first. We don't put Jamaica first. We put politicians first. So when we see them wanting bass, give me something to bass. Let them a basket. So much corruption. SSL corruption. And there's a corruption looming, you know. when this corruption is looming breakout, SSL don't look like baby. The Lands Authority of Jamaica full of corruption. Because then the thief poor people land give to the rich. The Land Agency of Jamaica taking people land and giving away land title. To the richer class of Jamaicans. While poor people suffer in this country. Lands are in a family for how many years? For how many years people have land in their family? And when they go down to the Lands Authority or the Land Agency of Jamaica, the land is gone. Land title in somebody else's name. A former member of parliament for the Labour Party have lands in a St. Thomas. We want to know where we get the land them from. There's a level of corruption in this country. So the government corrupt, so the taxi group then corrupt. So the taxi presidents, they're corrupt. And if we don't wake up in Jamaica, if we don't stand our grounds in this country and call a spade, how long shall our people suffer in this country? You have people pulling out their money out of this country because of SSL. And the question must be asked, when did the goodly Prime Minister know about the collapse of SSL? Why did he pull out his money in 2016? When did the goodly Prime Minister know that SSL was going to go under? The Prime Minister took about 2 weeks before he addressed the nation about SSL. Everywhere you turn, corruption stink in this country. And all who want to send voice note to minister, if you can't deal with Jeffrey Sonny, all who want to send voice note to ministers of government to come and deal with me, Jeffrey Tavares, you can't send anyone. Because you send voice note to Delroy Chuck to deal with Oscar Finnegan of the One Voice Taxi Group. You have a Minister of National Insecurity and Injustice. Twiddly dumb. Dr. Harris Chang, if you go sit down. And I want to know something. It is good to help our sister islands, you know. But how on earth can we help Haiti when Jamaica is knocking behind Haiti's back door? How on earth can we help this country? How on earth can we help Haiti? Prime Minister Holness, tell me this. You have Twiddly Dum and the Commissioner of No Police. And you not send the Jamaica Defense Force. Hello? Hello? And you have a commissioner of no police. Who can't even stem Jamaica's crime problem. But you say you not send people go to Haiti. When our country is in serious crisis. The transport sector is in serious crisis. And all these people do is call ministers of government about demonstration. Corruption stink to the highest heaven in this country, stinker than Robert and Lump. We can't even help ourselves in this country. I'm trying to get to Mr. Lorraine Finnegan, Mr. Oscar Finnegan of the One Voice Taxi Group, because me want to know something. Mr. Reed from Jatu, not Jatu from Tads. Tell Minister Delroy Chuck in our voice note. It's full time the government deal with Oscar Finnegan. Make anything happen to Oscar Finnegan. Mr. Reed, make anything happen to Mr. Oscar Finnegan of the One Voice Taxi Group. Then you will see which party you really come from. Wanna take up this thing, but you not die-hearted this and die-hearted that. How long shall we, the people of this country, perish and continue to perish under the hands of the people of the Vumvava and the Vumvavi? But no, only the same kind of thing. What are sending? Huh? We need to wake up in this country, man. Mr. Finnegan, good night to you, sir. Can you come on here and talk to me, sir? Yeah, no, hold on. Stay where you are. Good night, Mr. Finnegan. How are you doing? I hear a voice note going around. It was brought to my attention. I was sent to Minister Delroy Chuck, so they must deal with you. And if they continue poking the bear not near you. What is going on, Mr. Finnegan? Your life is at risk, sir. Pardon me? Mr. Finnegan? Yes. Get rid of it from where?
Well, I don't know. Get rid of me from where? And get rid of me how? Oh, I don't know.
I hope you report this to the police, you know.
Repeat that.
I said I hope you report this to the police.
No, I haven't got to the police yet, but I've sent it off to the lawyer.
Yes. Because I think I have on the line here Steve Hessin. Steve, are you there with us?
Yeah.
Mr. Hessin?
Yes, Mr. Tavares.
Speak a little louder,
But
man, because I can hardly hear you.
We're not hearing President Finnegan.
You're not hearing President Finnegan?
No.
Hold on, you're not hearing Mr. Finnegan online, Mr. Hessin, on the YouTube.
No.
I wonder why. Hold on there. Because okay. You heard him now?
I don't hear him say anything.
All right, Mr. Hessin, Mr. Finnegan, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying that
specifics in the voice notes. I'm not sure. Get rid of me in what way? So it is for the lawyers now to advise me what they think about it.
So, Mr. Finnegan, what I want to find out from you, sir, when you first heard this voice note, what came to your mind?
Well, the only thing that came to my mind is that there is a bullet somewhere waiting on me. That's the only thing that came to my mind.
So, any other presidents in the Kingston and St. Andrew, like a Jack to one of Tads, have they condemned this voice note, sir?
No, and I hear a voice note going around where Mr. Essing has been condemning them for not coming out saying anything about it.
So is it that the voice note was made, Mr. Finnegan?
Well then,
Yes. Is it that the voice note was made from a member of the Transport and Development Sustainable Services?
it was made from a member of the steering committee.
What steering committee, sir?
The PPV steering committee,
Oh.
that committee that one voice walk away from twice.
Yes.
But the person who made the voice note is a member of that committee.
Oh. So they have Minister Delroy truck number and speed dial.
Well, when we met the first time, the 15th of November, at the Minister of Transportation, that was the first time all of us at the meeting was seeing him. None of us known him before.
So how is it?
At that meeting, he declared himself who he was in the sense that he said he is Labourite. He is a member of the party, and he support the party, and he support the government. And he told us it was at the time when in November when our operators were being locked up on a daily basis on warrant.
Yes.
And when we pointed out to the minister, he responded and said we mustn't worry ourselves about the warrant. What exactly happened is that after the minister told us what he was going to be doing, I got up and I said, tell him thanks for accommodating us at the meeting. I told him thanks for the proposition that he made. And I said to him that when I get out of his office, I will call off the strike. But I cannot guarantee that the workers will go back to work because the warrants are out there. And the gentleman that sent the voice note responded and said we must not worry ourselves about the warrant because he's close to a couple of government ministers. And he can pat them on their shoulder and get favors done.
Oh.
So the following morning when we met at the Pegasus Hotel, I brought up the argument because he told us that by 8 o'clock at night, he would have the warrant matter dealt with. So the following morning, a couple of our operators were arrested on warrant. So when we went to the Pegasus Hotel, I pointed out to him. His response is that no one should not be arrested on warrant because he had dealt with it already with the minister. I said to him that as we speak, people are being arrested. He said the commissioner of police don't give any directive, so it must be some police going on a limb by their own. Well, we didn't go any further with it there. But every time we meet, you know, Mr. Jeffrey, you'd go into a meeting.
Yes.
Person in the meeting don't know you, so you would have introduced yourself. I am John Brown, and I am the supervisor for that company. Well, every meeting we go into, when it is his time to speak, he starts by saying, I am a supporter of this party. I am a member of the Jamaica Labour Party, and I support this government.
Yes, go ahead.
And
You're breaking up, Mr. Finnegan. Oh Lord.
Always use the word, I'm making myself.
Oh Lord. We're having some technical difficulties with his connection. We're speaking to Mr. Oscar Finnegan, communication director of the One Voice Taxi Group, speaking about a voice note that was sent to Minister Delroy Chuck, telling the minister to deal with him. Mr. Finnegan, are you back? Yes, go ahead, sir.
I'm here. Right, so he speak with an American accent.
So like a British accent too?
No, well, whatever the accent is, but when he is speaking about is when he is giving his introduction of who he is with the Jamaica Labour Party, he speak it in Patois.
Oh.
Yeah, man, I take good note of that because two reasons why I take note of it is that it is his opening remarks in every meeting, and two is when he get to that point, he always say, I am making myself clear because I'm not hiding anything. So he speak that part in Patois all the time. So he told us that he has close relationship with the government ministers and he can pat them on the shoulder and get favors done. Which we found out in a short while that wasn't true. So based on whoever he is, he would have had access to the minister's number.
So
if you listen to the voice note, he apologized for sending the message so late in the night to the minister. So that message must have gone on, in my estimate, after 10, 11 in the night.
So hold on, Mr. Finnegan. So who put this man on the steering committee?
We don't know, and we all of us met him first at the meeting with the minister, and myself and President Newman.
Which one of the minister?
Quote me on this. Sure. And you can quote me on this. And a number of discussion I have with President Newman, we share the same opinion that we believe that this man was sent by the government to spy in on our meeting. The last time I and President Newman had that discussion was on his veranda in December last year. So when he's behind the man back, in fact, when we were as youth tech to meet with Minister Green, while sitting in the conference room, Mr. Newman called me outside of the meeting and said the committee is asking that I come back. And I tell him no. I told him that in spite of I was offended by Mr. Styles. I will sit and eat and drink with Mr. Styles anytime, but I will not sit and eat and drink with Mr. Reid. At that time, Mr. Reid had said that One Voice Group was bullying government, holding government hostage, and holding the country hostage. So I told Mr. Newman right at UTEC that I would never come back to the committee with him and him. Mr. Newman's response is that, Mr. Finnegan, I know, but we have to find a way to get him off. When we go into the meeting, and Mr. Newman making the introduction when the minister came, he referred to One Voice, Jatu, and TADS. And he said that Mr. Reid is an investor. He is not a member of any organization.
Investor in our?
He said that he has some bus mark memories. I don't know the bus them. I've never seen them.
Hold on there. Mr. Hessin, have you ever seen the bus mark memories?
No, I don't know them.
Oh, what is going on in this? So hold on there. Then is it that minister? Is it that Minister Shaw bring this man there to spy on or what?
We don't know how he got this. I can't answer that. All I know is that all the person in the public transportation sector that was at the meeting was doing him for the first time. And we were surprised again when he turned up at the Pegasus Hotel for the meeting the following day. Because the committee was set up for One Voice, TADS, and Jatu. But we end up at the Lagos Hotel the following day when we were going to write the letter.
Mr. Finnegan, go on down below, Jeff.
I see him turning up at meetings.
So hold on there now. Is he on Jatu Tad's platform? WhatsApp platform?
Yes, Jeff.
So Mr. Newman put him on the platform and you know who the person is?
And it's on Mr. Newman platform. I see that text.
Oh?
A voice note on Mr. Newman platform.
Yes, Mr. Finnegan. So he hold on for Mr. Hessen. So Mr. Finnegan, he is on Mr. Newman platform. Mr. Finnegan? Yes. You hearing me? Mr. Finnegan?
I'm telling you, he's not on it. Yes, sir, Jeffrey, I'm here.
Yes. Is
we
he on
all
Mr.
are
Newman
here,
platform?
Mr. Finnegan.
No, he's not on any other platform.
Well, Mr. Hessen say yes, he's on it. Mr. Hessen is saying that yes, he's on Mr. Newman platform.
Well, that is new to me. Also, that's why Mr. Essen has been ranting all day today that none of the leaders on the platform, the president or the executive, have not said anything about it.
It is a shame and disgrace, though, you know, that somebody can come on a platform and send such a voice note and nobody condemn it.
The only thing I can remember when Mr. Styles sat in a meeting and referred to me as disingenuous and a conman, they all sat there and laughed.
Oh?
And tell me that I'm too edgy and I have thin skin and it is a street slang.
That you're a con man? Well, who did you con?
I'm one voice.
Oh? You know, I never know that the transport sector will become like the Labour Party and the PNP. And I know...
But you see, all along, you know, Mr. Jeffrey,
Mm-hmm. We're losing Mr. Finnegan. His connection is going in and out. You know, it is a shame to see where this transport sector coming.
now one vice came on board and one vice came on board with a director of communication that one don't mince word and two is call a spade and three is wherever the thing is not going in the direction of the public transportation sector, that director of communication speak out against it. So it is now causing a problem within the sector. For instance, they would have normally collected people money and nobody know how those money go. Now the first time money is going to be collected publicly, one voice opposed to it. And based on that now, they characterize and categorize one voice director of communication as a conman. Because at the time we have $37,000 in our legal fund.
Yes.
And we took out 8,000 to give them because we believe that would have been our part of the...
To give them who? To give them who?
To pay to the lawyer.
Okay.
Now they wanted me now to hand over all the rest of money that was in our legal fund.
That's Jatu and Tads.
Well, the steering committee.
Okay.
Which they are part of. And they wanted my member's name and the telephone number because what would have happened if I had handed over those names to them? They wouldn't now communicate with me when they need any more money. They would have taken over my members.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
So, Mr. Finnegan, is it that Jatu and Tads are jealous of the way how you operate with the public transport sector? You're transparent and you are there for them. Is that the case, Mr. Finnegan?
I am not sure of it is jealous, you know. I more see that they see me as a threat to their leadership and a threat to their operation and a threat to the things that they are doing that is not for the sector. Because, for instance, before One Voice become a part of anything, we would only hear when President Newman go to meeting that it was a good meeting. You'd never get a report. So
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So when I was at Cats, I used to ask the President Newman, we hear about a good meeting, but was the meeting a personal meeting of your own business, or was it for tax and the public transportation sector? Because if it is for tax and the sector, then you can't continuously go into those meetings and only come back to say it's a good meeting. We need a report. So when One Voice just started, and we go to meeting with the minister, now the public now hear what come out of those meetings. Because One Voice would have come out with a report. And because we were given report, Tats and Jatu start to give report. Now when we move away from the committee, we stop that report again. We only hearing about marathon meeting, and we hear about meeting with the minister, and we don't hear which minister. And we hear about meeting with government official, and we don't hear which official. So it continue now. They were by themselves now having these secret closed door meetings that, in our opinion, they were never held. They were only coming out boasting about meeting with government official to trick the sector, one, and two is to keep the sector comfortable.
Like how I hear that Nestor Morgan was on Mr. Newman's Zoom link when Nestor Morgan wasn't on the Zoom link at all.
Yes. Not only Nestor Morgan, but the commissioner of police was there too.
And he wasn't even there.
And my understanding is they weren't there.
So hold on here, Mr. Finnegan. Is it that the good gentleman is having an amnesia? Like termite on his brain?
I don't think so, you know. It's just that is when you hear about government minister, it's all face and body light up like stadium ball.
By God.
If a Finnegan or Essing or any ordinary person should call him, you don't hear anything about it because we are not that important.
No, you're not a part of the Vumva the Vumva VM society.
But if you get a call from the information minister, which my understanding is that the information minister call him regularly.
Oh.
His whole features light up like stadium bulb, and then he boast about it like this morning in the interview. He was boasting how early this morning he had a discussion with Minister Chuck.
Oh.
That's the parking in Alpha Tree.
Oh. Oh.
So
hold on, Mr. Finnegan. Hold on, Mr. Finnegan. Oh. So Mr. Newman speak to Delroy Chuck this morning. And the same time Delroy Chuck get a voice note that Delroy Chuck should deal with Oscar Finnegan. Yeah. Oh. Cock more kill cock. Remember you're on here?
The voice note was last night.
Yes.
And he said nationwide that he spoke to Mr. Chuck this morning early.
Oh. You know, Mr. Finnegan, yes. if this continue in this sector, and a matter of fact, Mr. Finnegan, let nobody push you away from helping the poor paupers and bus and taxi operators.
Well, separate and apart from you, I have a sister in Canada. I have two sisters in the United States. have a nephew in America who was a member of the Jamaica Constable Force.
Yes.
He has left Jamaica over 20 years. And I can be standing at any given place
Mm-hmm.
and an incident take place. And nine out of 10 times, he would call me from America and tell me about the incident. And I'm right here and don't know about it. The point I'm trying to make, he get information from Jamaica by the minute.
Okay.
So I am wondering if he was the one who first got the voice note. Because I was surprised that my sisters overseas forward the voice note to me and also called me to tell me that I was pack up my things and go back to Portland because they can't afford to come to Jamaica to bury me. So,
hold on, Mr. Finnegan. Hold on. I got a call this morning. Apart from the voice note. I got a call from this morning. I'm not gonna boast like Edgerton Newman. The call came from the hierarchy of the Labour Party. Hear me? And the person gave me a message and tell me certain things. And that is why I call you.
Yes.
But I wanted to make it clear this evening that whosoever that gentleman is, Mr. Reed, that you are Labourite. I have minister number pan Reed, I can't touch minister upon his shoulder and get favors done. I would advise you, see? Shut your mouth. Be careful of what you're doing. And if somebody within the Labour Party send you for spy in the taxi groups, not threaten people. Stop threatening people. Because the man not do nothing.
Well, Mr. Tavares is a series of intimidating tactics they have been using on the One Voice group. They started last year by stigmatizing us as inciting violence, bullying government, holding the country hostage, and holding government hostage. When the same man that sent the voice note, when he realized, and the rest of them realized that Finnegan was not for sale, they could not buy Finnegan, they couldn't draw Finnegan in any closed door meeting. They had started to try to coerce wildlife and One Love, you know. They find that it couldn't work with One Love, and then they started on wildlife. And the same man that sent the voice note, he was having regular telephone conversation with wildlife.
Oh.
And yeah, man, he was really trying to get them away from it.
You sure? Hold on there. On sure is not the other two taxi group putting this man to take away the people them because them feel threatened. Because I get to understand one of them say you're taking away their job.
Well, I know that the leaders in the sector, you know, have been worried about the birth of One Voice. But what they're not realizing is that before
Mr. Finnegan, we're having some issues with the reconnecting of the phone. We're speaking to Mr. Oscar Finnegan, Communication Director of the One Voice Taxi Group. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, in fact, Mr. Newman went on his platform and said he can guarantee getting a call from me every morning at 6:30 come. So I used to communicate with him on a regular basis. I communicate with Mr. Styles also. And they should realize that I am not in the thing for competition or to better myself or to...
But hold on there, Mr. Finnegan. Mr. Finnegan, hold on a minute. If you call these gentlemen at 6 o'clock every morning to talk to them, or to talk to them, I think we are losing him. Yeah, Mr. Finnegan? Mr. Finnegan? Mr. Finnegan? Hello? Hello?
I'm hearing you now, but you're going in and out.
Oh, Lord. Are you okay? Are you hearing me now?
I'm hearing you clearly, Jeffrey.
Yes. But the fact of the matter, Mr. Finnegan, if you call these gentlemen to talk about what is going on in the sector, as president to president and so forth, they're a bunch of hypocrites then, man. Because if they can't condemn this voice note, them a white belly rat, then we kill you.
Yeah, then that's one of the thoughts that come to me that they will kill me.
And who want Bex with me, Bex? Who want delete me number on the phone? Who can't delete me number on the phone? We're all Jamaicans, and if somebody's trying to help the sector, come on now, man. We're not white belly rat. If the man call every evening, every morning at 6 o'clock, and whosoever Mr. Reed is, send out this voice note, and who not condemn it? You, Edgerton Newman, don't condemn it? Hey, Mr. Styles? Mr. Styles, I lose off for you. Mr. Styles, I lose off for you. No, man. What is going on in this country? How on earth can you people be like this? How? How on earth can you people be like this? Dear God in heaven, man, no? The gentleman is trying to help these people. And somebody send out a voice note threatening the man and telling the minister of government to deal with him. And the minister of government get this voice note and don't condemn it either. Minister Delroy Chuck, if it was you this man sent the voice note to, obviously he has your number and you don't condemn it. Mr. Newman, Edgerton Newman, who knows Oscar Finnegan, you don't condemn it either, Edgerton Newman? Wow, we're living in a very serious time. I see where some people in the chat room is saying, in a few months, Mr. Finnegan in a few months, Mr. Finnegan do more than what Edgerton Newman do in 20 years. My God. Antoinette is saying, in a few months, Mr. Finnegan do more than what Edgerton Newman do in 20 years. And my sister, you can go on the chat room and both the Facebook page and the YouTube channel and see what the people are saying. They said they vote for Mr. Finnegan for president for the whole transport sector. Mr. Newman is not representing the taxis operators. Mr. Newman is not representing the taxi operators. Yes, Mr. Finnegan. Yes, Mr. Finnegan.
Yeah, man, we got cut off.
Yes. We're gonna wrap up this the situation here now. But I want you to tell the One Voice Taxi Group and Jamaica and Jamaicans in the diaspora, because we're live on Jam Talk Vibes Radio. in the whole of the entire world. It's an internet radio station owned and operated by Tavares Media Group. And I wanted to tell the people who are listening what you're doing, because listen to Mr. Finnegan. Antoinette said, we will vote for Mr. Finnegan for the president of the whole transport sector. Mr. Newman not representing the transport sector. Antoinette went on and said also, in a few months, Mr. Finnegan do more than what Mr. Newman do in 20 years in the transport sector. That's why they hate you.
Press conference today.
Pardon me?
That came up at the press conference today.
My God.
Somebody at the press conference said that what the One Voice has done in 2 months, the other leaders have not done it in 23 and 20 years that they keep boasting about.
Blessed God in heaven. And before you say your final words, I am saying to you tonight again, Mr. Finnegan, get a computer and log every single member of your taxi group tickets that they pay for, the receipts. Yeah. Log it in a computer system, the cashier name and the serial number on the receipt. That if anything happen, you can say, no man, I have it here and you can get it. Because I guarantee you the system that the government has going to come back again with a glitch.
Well, the new one that the minister says accurate. We have tickets that have been paid the first week of January 2023. That come.
Mr. Finnegan? Where are you? He's calling us on WhatsApp, so that's why I keep on reconnecting. Uh-oh.
That come on the new.
Hello?
Yeah, I was saying that we have found evidence of tickets that were paid in early January.
Yes.
That come back on this new system that the minister says is the accurate one.
Wow. You need to get that thing up, and you need to get the computer that I'm telling you about and get them in the system that you can we're losing Mr. Finnegan. I think the whole system, the internet is going in and out.
But I'm hearing you clearly.
Okay. Yes, we're gonna wrap up now. So your final word before we go.
I just let the public know that the One Voice group have lost all confidence in the government of Jamaica when it comes down to the public transportation sector. And we have lost confidence in what they say and their press release.
Yes, it's connecting.
We believe them. Whatever they tell us, we believe them. But then when we go to the court, we realize that it is all falsehood. The withdrawal of service protests continue tomorrow, island-wide, as we are still pressing to get the attention of the government of Jamaica to look at the issues as they related and affecting the public transportation sector.
Thank you, Mr. Finnegan. Thank you for coming on, sir, and be safe. Be safe, sir.
All right, sir. All right, sir, Jeffrey.
Thank you very much. That's Oscar Finnegan, Communication Director of the One Voice Taxi Group. We also had my good friend, Mr. Steve Hessin on, who don't mince word when he's speaking. A man who speaks his mind. My fellow Jamaicans and my fellow taxi and bus operators, do not get weary, Gangali. Don't get weary. Stand up for what you want. Stand up for what you have and what you believe in. Tomorrow morning on the Mek Wi Talk, Jeffrey Tavares program on Roots 96.1 FM, we'll be speaking about the new Road Traffic Act. We're going to have a special guest on tomorrow to speak about that at 11 o'clock in the morning. And I think that 8 o'clock again tomorrow night. We'll be talking to a journalist who have knowledge of what is going on in Haiti. We're going to speak to the former advisor to the Haitian president who was assassinated tomorrow night also. But what is going on in the land of wood and water now? You have children in state care being molested by overseas people who come in to help. You have a man in Hanover raped a 10-year-old baby. Our nation is at a crossroad. And we need to seek the face of Almighty God for this country. Jamaica is in crisis. When the former Minister of National Security called for divine intervention, we all laugh at him, even me to laugh at him. But it comes to the point that we have to admit the fact that Jamaica needs God. We have churches per square mile, yet what are we doing? The country is being sold out. Left, right, and center, the country sold out. And I say to you all tonight, this rock is ours. Jamaica lies in our two hands. Jamaica lies in our two hands, my fellow Jamaicans. Stand up for this blessed country of ours. We can't continue like this in this country. We dare not continue like this in this country. The talk about a 2030 vision, I don't see where Jamaica. I don't see it. I really do not see it. It's 10 o'clock. It's 10 p.m. in the night. We're listening and watching from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean. We're live on the Mek Wi Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel and Jam Talk Vibes Radio. Remember to like, share, and subscribe on this YouTube channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you like what I'm saying, subscribe and share it to other Jamaicans around the globe. We're speaking out for the poor class of Jamaicans that dubbed me as the poor people defender. I stand up for the poor people in this country. I'm not a part of any political group in Jamaica, not because my name is a Tavares. Because I have some people, because my name Tavares, that dub me as a part of the member of the Jamaica Labour Party. I am not a part of any political party in this country. My gear back smash up. You can either go first, second, or third. Only neutral. Jamaica come first for me. And as we end tonight, you heard that Mr. Finnegan said that tomorrow morning the strike continue until they get the answer from the government of Jamaica. And you know, if the Prime Minister of Jamaica did sit down and speak to these people, you know, this wouldn't happen, you know. But we have a Prime Minister who believes that he's running a totalitarian country. We have a Prime Minister who believes that he's Xi Jinping, or he's Vladimir Putin, or according to Donald Trump, the little rocket man from North Korea. But the last time I checked, Jamaica is a democracy. And the Prime Minister of Jamaica, from the beginning, they call a meeting with all the members of the bus and taxi groups. Not only with the president, with every single member, with every single transport operators. Have a meeting with them at a conference center. But no, He has no respect and regard for the transport sector in this country. And I dare go further for the Jamaican people. The Prime Minister has no respect for the Jamaican people. And I believe if it was Bruce Orrick Golding or Portia Lucretia Simpson Miller, they would have sit down with the people and speak to them and tell them what is going on and ask them, hey, how can we help you? How can we meet at the crossroad? But you have a Prime Minister who is arrogant. A Prime Minister who don't care about the people of this country. Who pretend as if he loves poor people. But I'm saying to the bus and taxi operators tonight, remember election is around the corner. Remember election is around the corner. And someone is stupid enough because you don't want the almighty money. You go carry people go election polling stations. Or carry people go convention, make all the contention. But I say to you all, rise up. Rise up. I'm not telling you to rise up and commit atrocities or violence, Demonstrate peacefully. You must show the government of Jamaica you can come together without any violence. The Prime Minister went away to Washington some time ago to meet with the FBI because he wanted to solve crime in Jamaica. And the Prime Minister didn't come back and address the nation. Donnelly Donaldson died. The Prime Minister haven't reached Donnelly Donaldson's parents' house, not the Minister of Education, not the Minister of Youth and Gender. Haven't reached Donnelly Donaldson's home. The pick, choose and refuse who they sit down and talk to. Jamaicans, stop this PNP and JLP bangarang in this country. And think about this little rock of ours. Because if we don't think about Jamaica, what are we going to leave for our children? A country full of corruption and a country full of crime? If we can't hold our leaders accountable for what is going on in this country, who are we going to hold accountable? Who are we going to hold accountable? The time has come for us to rally around a single cause and a single purpose in this country, And I say tonight as I close this feed tonight, join me tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock right here at 11 a.m. rather, from 11 until 12 o'clock. Join me tomorrow from 11 until 12 o'clock when I'll be speaking about the new Road Traffic Act. I'll be having my guests on. We're going to try and get somebody from the traffic department to come on too. Hopefully we can do so. For God's sake, Jamaicans, ask God intervention into this country. Because our political leaders, some of them care and some of them don't care about us. We need to stand up for this little rock of ours. As I end with these words. For all those whose cares have been our concern, the work goes on, the cause endure, the hope still lives, and the dream for a better Jamaica shall never die. My fellow Jamaicans, tonight I say to you, stand up for what you believe in. Rise up for what you believe in. Vote for policies, not for party. Vote for a better Jamaica, not a better PNP or a better JLP. Vote for this country. Stand up for this country. Until you hear my voice again tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock, I am Jeffrey Tavares saying thank you all for listening to me ranting and raving. Thank you all for watching. Thanks to my listeners on Jam Talk Vibes Radio. Thanks to all my viewers on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. Pretty soon we're going to go over to TikTok, hopefully, with my good friend who can help me, my buddy, my brother, Owen Brown. Good night to you. I know you're watching me. I want to say good night to my good friend, Gregory Williamson, up there in Stony Hill. A man who speaks his mind also. This program was sponsored by Brown's Media and Graphics Design. If you need anything done, flyers or a business card, you can call Brown's Media and Graphics at 876-877-1870. The numbers is right on the screen there. Sponsored by Brown's Media and Graphics. This program was sponsored by them. Until you hear my voice again tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock, I am Jeffrey Tavares signing off. God bless you and God bless Jamaica land we love. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Good night.